Hello everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons: The Second Age, after the briefest of hiatuses. How are we all doing?
He's the hiatus.
On the bingo.
Yeah, we can tick
Oh,
tick the bingo box.
I need to make a new bingo, but we're not far enough into the second season yet.
This is the thing. We need we really needed that little hiatus because we were all very busy shoving our faces full of Easter chocolate.
I was gonna say, and I was sick last week, so
Oh. I was doing final year work, so fuck all of you.
Wait, guys,
Yeah.
guys, is Jayla finally not sick anymore?
Oh no, I still have a cough.
Fuck.
Yep.
Damn it!
Yeah, but my coughs will be here for like the next probably 3
feel
weeks,
like
so it's fine.
No.
I feel like one of the bingo cards needs to be someone is ill.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
That's
sick.
a horrible bingo.
Yeah, that is actually a really sad bingo as well.
Okay, so, before we get too distracted, who wants to tell me the story of what happened last time?
What did happen? Oh yeah. Okay, I remember where we left off. I think. So we left that one place that I can never remember the name of, where we picked up the Zira.
Yes.
I will get that name right naturally. Someday.
Ivywood Market was the market town. we
Ivywood
left.
Market. There we fucking go. That place. We left that place. And we went on our merry way. After doing some shopping. Did we do some shopping last time? Or was
Yes.
that the
You
night
bought a
before?
cart.
We bought a cart. We also bought a swanky new belt for Grim.
Oh, yeah.
And some, like diamonds,
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah,
because they're
well,
a Kelariis'
a
best
diamond.
friend.
Yes.
Diamond like no expression.
And then yeah, we went on our merry way off to a port town where we could get a boat.
Yes.
And on the way there, we randomly encountered some civilians who were fleeing from a bunch of giants, and then we fought the giants, and it was
Yep.
cool.
Indeed.
And nobody died.
Thank
which was good.
goodness.
Which was awesome. Anyway, then we got to this port town, which I've also forgotten the name of.
Casport.
Yes, this port, Casport. And we tried to find some people who would be kind enough to let us on their boats, which we kind of did, except they're not so kind. He kind of thinks they're assholes.
Yes.
And they're also incredibly shifty.
Yes.
True.
A bit shit.
and they may
Yeah.
or may not be carrying illegal cargo.
Morgan Battlehammer is the name of the
Definitely,
ship's
they're
captain.
definitely carrying weed.
Right.
But that's legal.
Yeah, yeah.
Illegal weed.
It might be
especially-
legal though.
Illegal
It
weed.
might be legal narcotics.
It might be.
An illicit Mary Jane.
God.
He could just
There
be
we go.
phrasing it. Or maybe he's just phrasing it weird because he doesn't want people to think that, you know, it's drugs, because he knows pirates really like drugs.
Anyway, carry on. He's also not a pirate.
I know, but he's probably worried pirates might overhear him talking about his cargo and decide to rob him.
Yes. Anyway.
So yeah, I think that's all. We were kind of waiting, or we didn't actually get on the boat yet, did we? No.
You didn't get on the boat yet, no. The last
Did we get our
thing...
rations yet? Are we stocked up for?
Your
think there's
rations and stuff are being done by basically being on the boat as part of the crew.
Okay. So yeah,
Um,
the guy was basically just like, oh, only V's a passenger because everyone else is useful, but you're not useful, I guess, and V's annoyed.
mm.
Fair.
But yes, the last thing that happened is you guys were resting up in the tavern called the Starlight Opal. And yeah, you previously the night before, Grim and Arya had gone out to the Borrower's Nook and got
Oh,
a
fuck
little
yeah.
bit
I forgot
drunk.
about that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot about that shit.
Oh,
Shit.
Oh,
Well, I
Um,
did something apparently.
Here we
oh, we
go.
both
Yeah.
did something.
yeah, so you spent the next day being slightly hungover and doing some stuff, and then you decided to rest up before leaving at sunrise on the Lady Riswynn. So
Can you imagine being hungover and then fucking going on a boat? Oh my god.
I mean
Oh, it's gonna be
that's literally
hell.
the start of a lot of people's sailing careers, if
Yeah.
fantasy fiction is to be believed.
Wait, face full of... Oh god, yeah.
So whoops. That's the
Wait,
yeah.
what are you implying there?
Well, I just thought it would be funny. Like, I need to
imagine
try
what
that
happened-
stuff.
I
then,
imagine
like,
what happened
mirror.
was Arya wiped her face clean, and the two did each other's war paint. So
Oh, that would be nice.
that would
Oh.
be funny.
That
I
seems
taught
a
you
little...
how to apply woad.
Yeah, but you did it really drunkenly, so
Yeah, it just looks
you
awful.
both just look a
Right.
mess. Like it's all smeared on, and it's clearly way too thick in some places, and in some places you've got barely any on.
You know, woad isn't actually like paint. It's just literally skin dye.
Yeah,
Well, whatever.
but it's more fun.
Yeah.
To
Just
mess with
imagine
this
it really
paint.
sloppily done, have it really strong colour in one place and really weak colour in another.
Yeah. Oh wait, I forgot I can take you straight to the docks. So, you leave the Starlight Opal at just before the crack of dawn, and head down to the docks. It's fairly easy to find Morgan and his boat, as much like the brass discs he gave you, the ship is identifiable by a very large figurehead. I need to adjust my volume level slightly. There we go. A large figurehead of a woman riding atop a half lion, half man figure. So yeah, you all rock up to the docks, and you can see like a number of things being loaded onto the ship. You bring the cart and horses along, and a number of deckhands start to take your stuff and load it aboard. And yeah, Morgan seems to be finishing up some business. The lady in the silken sarong is sort of standing next to him, overseeing some stuff being loaded, and he turns to all of you and sort of greets you with a short bow. At which point he catches sight of Grim and Arya, and he turns towards you and
Oh,
with
no.
a smile says, well, if it isn't Lord Spoons and his glamorous assistant. Glad you could grace us with your presence.
What?
I hope you've recovered enough from your antics well enough to sail.
Lord
I'm just gonna
Spoons.
look at Grim really confused.
We will
Yep.
join in on the confused looks.
Okay.
Yup.
I mean, I
I
think
was
we're all
joining you.
pretty.
I'm looking confused at you guys. And Arya probably.
I've just realised I need to get back into his accent because I've lost his accent because I haven't done it for a week.
Oof.
What was he? He was. I think he was slightly Scottish. I can't. I've lost it now. No, it's gone. It's gone. It's permanently gone now.
Northern.
Edinburgh.
Lost it.
So, before you get settled aboard, there's a matter of payment to be resolved. Wages for your work start at 5 copper a day to be paid upon arrival, or to widows and orphans if something should happen. For the passenger, food expenses included, plus accommodation, it'll run you 3 gold for the trip. Transportation of live horses, that's going to be another gold. Hold's pretty empty, so we'll call the cart a goodwill favour. Whilst you're aboard, rules of the ship are pretty standard. What I say is final, no complaints. Hold in the bow is off limits for the trip unless I say otherwise. You'll all work your shift, then the rest of the days is yours to occupy yourselves. Anybody have any questions?
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you sort of get up onto the deck of the boat, and get ready to head out. All of your stuff is put into various rooms. All your cargo and junk is stored in the hold. And as you are basically, as they are preparing to roll up the gangplank and set sail, as the sun is coming up over the horizon, Morgan makes a very big show of saying goodbye to the dwarf woman standing there in the silken sarong. It's he puts on like a very sort of grand attitude and promises he'll return. Well, he'll return in a month's time, and how he'll miss her while he's gone. And she just rolls her eyes and then eventually kisses him and says good and waves goodbye to him as he goes up the gangplank.
Like they do
Wow.
this every time. before
Yeah,
they leave.
you get the feeling that happens every time, and she's just kind of yeah, whatever. Yeah, and with that, Morgan immediately begins yelling orders. I would like everyone except V to make me an athletics check.
Huffs. I want to help out.
Salt.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh man. Damn.
Oh.
Okay,
Just, like,
uh,
fucking owns it.
Do you want to make them for your companions as well, just in case?
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh.
ask.
Sure.
What about Lyra?
That's the Sarah's one. I should probably have her name
Oh, I don't
set
think Blair
there.
is working.
Lyra can hang out with me.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
have
wait,
Lyra,
I-
everybody.
Rip Zuda.
No.
Okay.
I actually
No.
I actually clicked on Grimm's, but I don't think it would matter anyway.
Yeah, it's a natural one for Zuda, so.
That's sad.
Okay, so you all immediately begin to get to work obeying his orders, running around, setting the sails. You don't really have that much of a grasp of what you're doing, but the crew seem to like shove you into the right space at the right time. And yeah, basically, as you go out into the large area of the bay, the wind catches the sails and the boat begins to pick up. And as you're headed out of the port, another large one of the large warships comes up alongside you guys, and Morgan immediately calls for a course correction, and basically as the sail is being put into slack to make the course correction, one of the ropes lashes out and it goes free as somebody lets go of the rope. At which point, Kelariis, you jump into action, grab hold of the rope and pull it back to where it's supposed to be, and the sail goes slack, and you sail past along the side of the ship. And as you sort of like get this rope tied down, you turn around and you actually see Morgan, who is standing at the stern of the ship, looking down at you, and he just sort of gives you a nod, and sort of you get the feeling that he noticed what you did and is particularly impressed with how quickly you've taken to it.
Okay. Sup,
I mean,
dude?
Lawrence probably knows more about boats than fucking we do.
Oh, yeah,
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only one she's ever been in is a small one.
Yeah, I was like, probably not a big one like this.
And even then, most of the time, it was your dad's. So. So yes, you guys who are working get to work. V, you sort of get settled in a chamber on the lower level.
You and Lyra can hang out. Friends
Yeah,
now.
Lyra decides definitely that she wants to be below decks because she doesn't like the way the top of the ship lurches around. And after a good couple of hours of hard work, at which point V, you sort of climb back up to the deck again to sort of look around and observe the wide blue expanse. You are a decent ways away from the port and headed south. I realised there's I should have said that while this played, but yeah, you sail off into the ocean.
The sunset.
Well, to the sunrise actually. But yes.
Yeah, how is it sunset already? We only just set off.
So, yeah, after a couple of hours of hard work, you all finish up your shift on the decks. Another group of dwarves comes up to the... Well, dwarves and halflings comes up to the deck of the boat to take over your tasks. And the five of you are left standing on the deck. Your companions sort of wander off to do their own thing. And you are left on the deck of the boat. What do you want to do?
That's a good question. Well, I guess since it's the first time for everyone on the boat, we should probably check up on people. Meet down at B.
Sorry, say
Wait,
that again?
Yeah.
I think I should probably check up on people starting with V, because that's the one person I instantly know where it is.
Right, you're all left standing on the deck.
Yeah, you're all here now.
Oh, we're all.
Okay.
Yeah, you can actually see yourselves if you
Oh yes.
I've just been hanging out with Lyra in one of the chambers. She gets lonely
Yeah.
otherwise.
Oh.
yes.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
She talks to me way more now than at the start when we met her. Which is
Oh
nice.
right, you could talk to her. I always forget that.
Well, I guess that's good that you two are bonding.
She used to just ignore me.
Yes.
I mean, that's how she rolls.
Sassy Lyra.
Sassy Lyra.
How about you guys?
It's an experience working on a moving boat.
Have you worked on a
Everything.
non-moving boat before?
Well, not no.
I love it.
Called out.
Called the fuck out.
I meant more as in like with everything, the floor is moving at all times, basically.
Yeah, it's weird.
Strange being surrounded by so much water.
Hmm.
Kind of nice, really.
Arya just gives her a look like, "Are you insane?"
I'm
So
happy when we see land again, but it's gonna take a while.
yeah, V and Arya in particular, you've never really felt sort of like this disconnected from the forest before, because there is literally no evidence of a forest anywhere to be seen.
I was gonna say, there's no trees.
You still feel your sort of your natural connections. It's not like when you went to the demiplane or the Shadowfell, where everything was completely alien. You still feel like at home in nature, but everything is certainly very different. Vondal and Grim, it feels odd to not have stable ground under your feet. Kelariis, like it's a big ship. You've been on the ship before. The moment you get out into the ocean, you can smell the air, and you are immediately just reminded of childhood days spent on the ocean. But yes, as you in your days looking around the ship as well, you noticed that this is very much a cargo vessel, but it is very heavily armed for a cargo vessel, in that it has a large ballista mounted at the front of the deck on the raised platform at the front, as well as a ballista, as well as a catapult on the main deck, which seems fairly curious to you. You've never
Pirate battles.
yeah, you've never seen a merchant ship so heavily armed, but from what Morgan said about pirates, you get the fact that it may be a safety precaution.
So that's a thing. Which room is what are all these rooms? Should probably ask now.
Well, yeah. So if you take a look around, you notice there is a bunk room for the crew, which is where most of you are housed. In the back, there is a captain's cabin and a small meeting room for the senior members of the crew. Down below decks, there is a small kitchen area, as well as a storage closet that contains like a whole bunch of materials and supplies that are used every day in the general ship's maintenance. Things like rope and pins and things. In the back, there are a number of guest quarters, which V, you are housed in one, and if people particularly want, they can claim one as well, because there's not quite enough beds for all of the crew and you guys. In the lower decks, like in the very builders of the ship, there is a main storage hold right at the bottom, which instead of they show as cages in this thing, but they're actually more like massive metal racks that look like they would normally contain barrels. Presumably, they load them up with barrels of fish going one way and empty them coming back and store stuff on it. Instead of the barrels of fish, the parts of your cart have sort of been like hastily stored in them so they don't knock about. And your 2 horses are also tethered down here. Zudar spends a lot of his time down here in the back in one of the secondary storage holds, which also seems to have been set up as some sort of like temporary woodsman's workshop at some point. Presumably for things like minor repairs to the ship. And then there is the very front cargo hold, which is locked away behind an iron door.
That's the off limits.
That's where the drugs are.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or the death fog barrels.
All the death
Yeah,
fog.
What?
Wow.
It could be
Oh.
death fog barrels.
Hmm.
Hope you guys are undead, because otherwise that's instant death.
Yeah, we only know it's valuable, so could be bars of gold.
I feel like it's not.
Yeah,
Could
there
say.
there is a sign in Dwarvish on it which basically says "Keep out on orders of the captain." So
Suspicious.
Well, that's enough for me. I'll keep
Oh,
out.
suspicious.
I know it's super suspicious, but I don't want to piss off the
It is
cat.
suspicious they don't want the random people that just joined the crew sniffing around the cargo. Yes, how suspicious.
Look, we're just looking
Look.
around the ship right now.
it's also not just you; it's nobody is allowed in there.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like the captain and presumably his closest officers.
His first mate.
if nobody's in there, if nobody goes in, no mistakes can be made. Oh well.
Oh yes, that's the other thing. You guys being on the early shift, you get to know several members of the crew who operate alongside you, namely a older-looking dwarf who seems to be Morgan's second in command, who is currently steering the ship, as well as a very eccentric halfling chap who you later learn is the ship's he functions also as the ship's cook as well as a crewman. And whenever he is on deck, he wears a incredibly frayed-looking, full of holes straw hat. And he also has the most impressive, mutton chop side beard that you've ever seen.
You can kind of see it on the fucking.
Yeah, you can see it on his token.
Yep.
And I've probably
See,
seen a fair few of those.
I thought that was hair at first, and then I realized, no,
Yeah.
that's just... Yeah.
That's on his chin, jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a beard.
Oh, God.
That is weird.
Only slightly weird. Okay.
We've got two
Well-
much better beards, but that is technically a beard.
Technically.
Technically.
I mean, Grim's
Technically.
beard is pretty normal.
Yeah.
Standard beard.
Which instantly makes it better than his not quite a beard.
Wow.
Wow.
Beardist.
Saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's not on his chin, it's not quite a beard.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing you notice about literally all of the crew. Everybody is way more tanned than any of you.
Oh, and I'm pretty dark skinned, so.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
you're
fine.
dark skinned to start with, but
Tanned as opposed to just having darker
Yes.
skin.
Can
Yeah, that makes
Kelariis
sense.
get a tan?
Probably not.
No.
No.
um,
Can Kelariis get sun?
I would love to see Kelariis sunburned and just get
Yeah.
even redder.
she
looking like a red Dragon Ball.
she probably can get sunburnt, but she would have to expose her stomach and stuff where there are no scales.
Oh my god, we could see that 8-pack though.
You see more than just an 8-pack,
think
to be
you mean-
fair.
I think you mean 12-pack.
Aw, yeah.
God damn it, guys. To be fair, there are probably things that you'd see if I didn't have a shirt on that are more interesting than the apparent
Yes.
12-pack, which is not.
Bullshit.
But yeah, just
Yeah.
V and Arya are just like the fucking white girls over here. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The incredibly white girls.
Can Arya get Like,
I don't know. That's a
or
good
does
question.
she just like always pale no matter what?
No. She
Okay.
could. She probably burns faster than she tans, but
Yeah, I think you're right.
hashtag eternal white people problems.
Quick, Arya, get below decks.
Hashtag
Same.
some
Sizzling.
It's not warm enough in this climate for you to get sunburnt yet. It's still sort of fairly northern climate.
Also, it's like autumn.
It is also autumn, yeah.
It is
True.
awesome.
But that doesn't
Oh.
stop the sun.
Yeah.
The sun does not care for your season.
The further south you get, the more likely you are to start experiencing problems like that. But
Oh, this is gonna be fun when we get when we get to the desert.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
a fucking tomato
We're
the
gonna have
whole
to get
time.
Arya like a full
Covering.
cloak and everything.
Yeah.
Just keep the sun off of her.
we should also probably figure out what's going on with the spoons.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes, Lord Spoons, we should. Oh, what did you two do?
Apparently something with spoons.
Really, what gave you that clue?
Yeah. Never would have been able to figure that one out. How did you get there?
So, Arya.
Don't ask me, I have no idea.
Well, there goes my first hope.
Well,
I
Presume-
can't remember anything.
presumably you would have interacted with members of the crew.
Yes, but
Do
like,
we really want to know?
I don't know, do you?
have you ever had to ask someone, like, what stupid thing did I do last night? Because it's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? Well, perhaps we want to rip off the band-aid.
I guess. I mean, it's gonna come off one way or another, I feel like.
Let's ask the halfling chap. He seems cheery. Yes. Go down to the halfling.
cool. Are you bringing the whole crowd, or
I might bring Arya, and then the rest, well, depends if they follow or not.
I'll come along. I've been fucking underneath the deck the whole time.
I don't think Vondal will go necessarily with them, but he's probably going below decks to just
Yeah.
find somewhere to sit.
yeah, you can
I
you
want
can
to hear the story though.
you can
so-
go basically anywhere. Your companions are all conveniently distributed throughout the ship for you to have conversations with.
I'll just sort of stand.
Oh.
I want to hear this story first. this I need
Well-
to hear.
Just find a barrel to sit on or something.
Let's, knock on the cook's door.
Yeah, you knock on the door, but it's basically like already open.
Oh, well, I guess in that case,
You knock to announce.
so you want to take the lead on this one?
No!
Oh, I thought as much. So hey,
Absolutely.
what was his name again? Oh no, that's embarrassing.
Good start.
Oh, this guy, you don't actually know his name.
Good, then it's less embarrassing.
Not embarrassing anymore.
Well, I guess I walk up to him and say, "Hey, how are you doing?"
Yeah, he seems to be like in the process of juggling like at least 9 different pans.
The
sorry,
the
go
hand
on.
was those.
Yeah, he sort of says, "Oh yeah, if you don't mind, just hold on to those for a second." Just like passes you like 3 pans, and you're just like, "I don't actually really know how to hold this." While he bustles about and picks up even more things.
Oh no.
Whatever he's making smells remarkably good. However, that is the immediate thing that strikes you.
Well, that's better than bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, did you happen to be at the bar last night? I keep like all names are just slipping away.
Burrower's Nook.
Yes. I'm like finding my notes again. Did you happen to be at Burrower's Nook last night?
He looks at you and smiles and says, "Yep, yeah, I was."
Oh no.
So, spoons.
He looks at you and goes, "Don't, I can't, not again."
What exactly happened? I'm afraid we can't remember.
He looks at you, just sort of like he looks at you as if he's just like, oh, really? Tell me more. And then he's like, wait, no, you don't remember?
No. No, I don't.
Are you sure you want to?
Well,
Really?
in the end, you're usually better off knowing than not knowing.
Well,
I'm dying.
Look.
Not going well.
So, if you have any clues, it would be it.
give me a persuasion check.
Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
goodness.
Oh boy.
You
Just
can help him if you want, or one of you can
Yeah,
make
I'll
it, and
help.
the other can help, and you can have
I'll
advantage.
help you, Grim.
Oh, thank you so much for making me
It's gonna be
persuade
so
people.
great.
Wow.
Oh, holy shit.
Look,
Killing it.
It's the short people bond.
God damn it.
Clearly.
Yeah, you just stand there like holding his hands, and you're just sort of like, "Come on, dude, help me out here." And he's just like, well, if it was me, sure, okay." And he says, "Yeah, so roughly about 20 minutes after you'd finished kicking the shit out of each other, you proceeded to
What?
well, because you got in a fight,
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
right.
and you ended up hitting each other, which was
Yes. Now
part
I
of the thing.
remember that.
Yeah, but about 20 minutes after you'd got into a fight, you were suddenly super chummy again. And you insisted, absolutely downright insisted, that the best way to win a straight up bar fight is to grab a spoon. And we just looked at you like we didn't really understand what it was that you were on about, and you insisted this. So we finally made you sit down and demonstrate. And at this point, there was so much ruckus going on in the bar that the captain came out and was trying to get us all to calm down. And you were trying to, I don't actually know what it was that you were trying to demonstrate, but you were chucking spoons everywhere. And the captain comes over and tries to get you to calm down, and you throw this spoon across the room, and it hits the top of the bar, bounces off, and hits the captain smack bang in the middle of the forehead.
Oh,
And he was so angry.
no.
And
Captain's favorites.
he was looking at you. I swore for sure he was going to kick you out. And I don't know what it was, but in some pure moment of madness, and at this point it turns to Arya. You just stood there and just went, ta-da! And the whole bar went crazy.
Oh my god. Why
Holy
this?
shit.
Why?
I feel like one of us got a lot better off than the other.
Oh god.
Well, spoons are definitely the best thing in a bar fight, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, I still don't understand that.
One day you will. You just
Just don't demonstrate in here, okay?
look, no demonstrations. Life will teach you the way.
What?
Oh my
That
what?
was the
What are
perfect
you
bullshit
saying?
ever.
Oh,
What are you on about?
Look,
remember that?
no, I just don't want to admit I made a mistake.
Well, it was your plan, therefore it was clearly the best plan.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh my god.
I can't remember the details, but it's perfect.
Oh boy.
Why?
But like, well, definitely thanks for helping out with that, and like, I'll help you out for like today if you need any help. In the
Oh
kitchen.
yeah, yeah. I could definitely use a hand around here if you're willing.
Might as well. Like,
Sure.
can learn something about each other.
Cool.
Like,
Sure. Yeah. You help Kimball out in the kitchen. Oh yeah, he introduces himself as Kimball.
oh yes,
Yeah. I don't feel like there's a role to be made here, but yeah, you help out.
Yep. No, it is just like getting to know him, like where
Yeah.
he's from.
Yeah. No. You
The basic
you make friends with Kimball.
socializing.
Cool.
Socializing.
I just look, the music stopped ages ago. That's
You made
fine.
a friend.
You do realize that if we ever get in a fight, I need to beat something with a spoon.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
God.
Oh.
Yes, the music.
when the
Yeah.
If we keep getting drunk, it'll probably be Arya you beat up with a spoon. Let's be honest.
Probably.
Probably.
Which will probably just be you hit people with your fist, but you just happen to have a spoon in your hand.
That's how you make sure you got your hand closed tight enough. You have a spoon in it.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
So your hand is perfectly closed and your thumb is out the way by holding a spoon. 'Cause
So-
you put your thumb into the cusp of the spoon, so it's out the way.
Fun out of character little fact about that. I had no idea what embarrassing event I should make you guys do, so I used a random title generator to create an embarrassing nickname and then reverse engineered a story around it. So there you go.
God, that's
Wow.
so beautiful.
Lord Spoons.
I will be the Lord of Spoons.
This is Grim's new life goal.
I was worried for a second that it was gonna be about spooning, and I was like, oh no.
No.
Oh no.
Did he just
No.
spoon everyone?
We beat each other up and then
And then we
cuddled
just-
each other. to
I don't
sleep.
know.
That's genuinely where I thought it was gonna go for a moment. And it was just like, oh yeah, you guys beat each other up, and then you were really chummy, and then you insisted the best way to win a bar fight is by spooning the other.
Wow.
Honestly, that'd be really impressive.
The spoon. And then because then everyone's like, oh, how'd you do it? And you're like, the secret is you spoon them for a bit, and then you suplex them.
Wow.
It's a surprise.
Don't spoon with Cav. Just a warning in advance.
Look,
It wasn't on my list of things to do, but thank you for the warning.
How do you know, Minnie? I am great to spoon with because of the height. I make a very good big spoon.
Okay.
No, it's...
Anyway.
Anyway,
God.
moving on.
So yeah. Grim works in the kitchen. What do the rest of you guys do for the rest of your day?
God. If he has been sitting around all day anyway.
Well, if there's nothing else really that you want to do, then you don't have to.
Yeah, I can't think of anything in particular. He's just
Yeah.
finding a way to pass the time.
Okay, cool.
Talk to Sarah. Talk to Sudar.
Yeah,
talk
if you want to talk to any of the companions, now is a brilliant time to do so, because yeah, you've literally got nowhere else to go.
This is like that weird downtime you get in games where it's just everybody's scattered, so you can
Yeah.
walk up and talk to each of them
Yeah.
individually.
You know what it's like?
This,
It's like
this
if you
scene
got-
inspired by Dragon Age, Divinity 2, like literally all of that
Yeah.
shit.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's reminded me a lot of Divinity 2 when you first get on the boat.
You've now got to go around and re-recruit all of the companions you want to bring with you.
Oh,
can't find
God.
them.
Yeah.
If you can find, yeah, you gotta find them as well.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah,
you
I
wonder,
think-
makes you
I'm
wonder how
good.
the others all escaped anyway. Did they just follow you as you went on your escape attempt?
Also, there's
Yeah.
no religious leaders below decks either.
Okay, good.
Anyway,
I'm getting sidetracked. Real hard.
yes. What were you going to say?
I was just saying that I was fine.
Oh,
I
okay.
was just fine. Just continue
Oh,
on
well.
with whatever.
Yeah, if if there's nothing else you guys do, you pass the time, you eat your meals, and you pile into your rooms for the evening.
That's a lot of dice. That's just
Yup.
rolled.
It was 1d100.
2d10. Or
Yeah,
know.
1d100 is 2d10.
I think Ferrous just rattles them really aggressively before dropping them.
He just likes to freak us out.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Okay, so, oh, excuse me. So, the first day passes without incident. You wake up for your shifts the next day. And oh yeah, okay.
How bad it gets.
Yeah, so nothing untoward happens during your shift on the second day. So the rest of the crew seem fairly excited to sort of like be back on the trip. But there are a couple of whispers that you guys overhear in the evening of the second day that Morgan is unhappy with somebody. They don't know who, but it's somebody in the crew has done something to displease the captain.
Oh.
So, general consensus among the crew is to stay on his good side for a while.
Although, considering the spoon to his face.
But surely that would have surfaced,
Yeah.
like...
Yeah, he seemed
Yeah.
bitching about that this morning, in the morning when you came back. See if you can get on the ship.
Sure.
Like he'd have got angry about
Yeah,
it.
considering
then,
he gave a
surely.
shit about it.
Well, so yeah.
Anyway,
So, do nothing.
Like-
so.
nothing.
Like during, like as in for the day or during the.
Yeah. Well, you do your day's worth of shift, and then it's now the evening again.
Okay, so we've done another day's worth of shit.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll wait for that.
Okay.
Before I start talking to more people.
I guess nothing again.
Okay. So, at the start of the third day, the weather begins to turn.
Ah, fuck.
It begins to drizzle out as you are coming out onto deck to start your shift in the early morning. And it shows no promise of getting any better for the foreseeable future.
I can tell the weather.
V, do you check every morning for us?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you guys know it's going to be raining when you go up to the surface. At this point, what are all of you guys doing in terms of what do you feel like would be your roles in terms of activities on the ship?
I feel like Vondal probably just is like, he realizes that anything dexterous is going to go very badly in a new wavy environment, so he probably just helps carry heavy things.
Okay.
He just helps with any, carrying of heavy things or moving heavy things or whatever, anything like that.
Similar, and depending on how bad the waves are, my character might stick to the center of the ship.
Okay.
Oh.
That's fair enough.
But since he can't fly, ships probably aren't much better.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I probably do strong things.
Well, I imagine it a lot of it has to do with rope and manning the sails and things.
Yeah, probably. Because I feel like that takes a lot of...
It does take a lot of upper body strength, I can tell you that much.
Yeah. So, sounds like she'd... Yeah, I think she'd probably realize she's... decent. Maybe.
Also, what of your companions? What do you feel like they are doing?
Oh, fuck.
That's tricky. I feel like Sudar would.
I mean,
basi-
Sudar rolled 2 natural ones.
I feel like he would just. He'd basically do whatever he was told. I don't think he would like object too much.
Okay.
I think
He-
this year would probably help me when she can.
Yep. And what about you, Arya?
I don't know. I don't know anything specific.
Oh. Well, there was talk of putting you as lookout, so
Okay, yeah.
do you want to do that?
I'll do
Yeah,
that.
sure. Okay. Do you want to make me a perception check then?
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
That was not it.
Oh, that was persuasion check. Oh, the dice roll will be we'll keep the dice roll from the first one. So,
Yay.
17 plus 5. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's very good. Cool.
22.
Okay, so as you are keeping lookout on the third day, despite the downpour and drizzle, you become aware of just on the horizon, you can see something that is rapidly approaching you. That doesn't look like it's coming too fast to be a landmass of any kind. It might be another ship, but you're not sure.
I guess I alert somebody.
Okay. You call out from the crow's nest. At which point the captain calls back to you and tells you to keep an eye on it and tell him more when you can see more.
Okay.
The rest of you sort of like hear this call.
Am I just below deck or?
You are wherever you want to be,
Uh,
as long as you're not getting in the way.
Well, I was gonna say either V is still gonna be chilling out with Lyra, or she might just fly around with her broom if she's bored.
Sure, up to you.
I'll stick with Lyra for now.
Okay. So
Might have
you're
flown around a little bit earlier, but
you're below the decks. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to give me another?
Fuck you.
Do you want to give me another perception check, Arya?
Wow.
Okay. So with the heavy weather, it's difficult to identify this ship at a distance. It is definitely a ship. You can sort of see like the outlines of the ship. And it is very rapidly coming towards you. It seems to be a very fast ship. And you reckon it'll probably be like right next to you in about 30 minutes.
Oh, great. Yeah, I alert the captain.
Okay. He asks you if you can see what colours it's flying, which you can't. So,
Good.
you're just gonna continue to keep an eye on it?
Yeah.
Okay, make me another perception check. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Nice.
Okay, so as it closes about half the distance towards you, before you notice that it has a very bold insignia on like the main flag that it has coming towards you. It's roughly the same size as your ship, but it seems a lot slimmer. It's not a cargo vessel, and basically the flag that is coming towards you, it looks like a at first you mistake it for 5 stars, but it's like 5 little dragon head motifs. Each one of them is a different color.
Oh, fuck.
This seems like it could be bad.
Do you want to make a history or religion check. Probably a history check actually.
Nope.
No idea what this means.
Related.
Yeah, are you gonna? I presume you're gonna call down.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rest of you hear this. The rest of you, do you want to make me history checks? Kelariis, you can have a bonus to this one.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Kind of hoping the
Fuck.
knows.
Okay.
Oh my.
Kelariis, no.
Okay. So yeah, as you call down, Morgan calls up to you and asks you if you're sure. To which you respond that you are. Vondal and Grim, you are a little concerned by this revelation. Stop that music and. Whoops, I dropped a dice.
Oh my.
Yeah, so you are a little concerned by this revelation, as you know basically that the five-headed dragon is a symbol that's used by the servants of the chromatic dragons, particularly by a particular sect of the chromatic dragons, who are generally a more of a religious sect towards the chromatic deity Tiamat. So yes, yeah. Morgan basically calls out to all of you and says, if you've weapons and armor, probably best to prep them. I don't know whether these what the intention of this vessel is, but it might not be entirely friendly.
Oh.
In that case, nod, run down.
Yeah. You have 15 minutes.
Alrighty, here we go.
Just be like, I guess Vondal probably go down to find V first, and it's just like, V, we might have company, and potentially unfriendly company.
Oh. On the ship?
Not yet. They're approaching. Just ahead of
okay.
us. They'll be here about 15 minutes.
Come on, let's go, Lyra.
And then I'll go put my armor on.
A dog and her friend.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go put some armor on. And ready the thrower.
Okay. Cool. Some people come out of the hold and take over your tasks while you get prepared. And yeah, those of you who are like still on deck, as in like people who are still in armor, so Arya and V when you come up, Morgan starts yelling orders to the crew to buckle down, secure the cargo, and generally make sure that there are as few people on deck as possible. Is there anything that you guys want to do while you're getting ready, or are you just putting on armor and getting weapons?
Probably just that.
Yeah.
Can I fly up to the crow's nest to keep lookout?
Yeah, well, Arya's up there as well, because I presume Arya wears her armor.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You never moved. Okay, well, if you were to, then I won't.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I should probably like move myself here. I'll move.
Oh,
myself.
yeah, you'll want to position yourselves in a minute, because I have a different map.
Oh.
This is still the casual.
Yes, this is still the you haven't initiated combat yet. If you get into a fight, then I will change you. But yes, so you come back up in gear just as the ship is like now looming towards all of you. And yeah, Morgan basically says to all of you, try and conceal yourselves if you can, or look as casual as you can. They might just go past us.
I guess. Can I sort of stand like, I guess like at the bottom of the stairs, listening for
I guess.
chaos.
Yeah.
Some sort of out of the way.
Yeah, you
I
can.
look as casual as can be.
I'll step, I guess, right into the quarters here.
Okay.
Actually, into the quarters might be a good idea.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your companions?
Sudor is not gonna fight anyway, so
Zudor is probably not going to fight, so he will go below deck with the rest of them.
Yes. Like he'll take care of the injured.
Yep.
But,
Yeah, he's perfectly happy to do that.
but I'm not gonna force him to do anything he doesn't want.
What about Sarah?
I have a feeling if I tell her to try to stay out of it, she's not going to. So,
But do you is the question.
Yes.
Okay. So where do you tell her to go?
I think I word it to her as in like, try to stay out of it if you can, but maybe wait in here until we figure out what's going on.
Okay.
Looks bad. You know, like if it looks bad, I'm assuming that she'll figure things out.
Yeah. You tell her to try and stay out of it, but use her own judgment.
Yeah.
Okay. Then she'll stay there.
Thanks,
Good.
Sarah.
Well, since I'm also in the crew cabin, you guys all mentioned, like if you're injured, you can probably head down below decks. Sudor might help you out.
What is Lyra doing? Is she up on deck with you guys?
I guess so.
I told Leo to come with me.
Okay, well, in that case, she's on the deck.
Sorry.
Okay, so about five or so minutes go past, and the ship, like it soars like past your ship. Arya, give me a perception check as it comes past. Okay. It goes past fairly quickly, but you get a glance at some of the members of the crew as it goes past, particularly the person who's at the helm. The guy who's at the helm of the ship is another Dragonborn who has sort of a very very bold set of red scales, and next to him are two Dragonborn with vivid blue scales, who are also sort of standing on the raised deck area behind him. And the mounted on the back of the ship are two very large ballista, similar to the one on the front of your ship. But yeah, the ship sails past, and you think that basically like they've almost like sailed past you, and like Morgan is waiting for a moment, and he's almost about to call to people to go back onto the deck, when with a natural 20, the ship turns in a massive arc, and it's quite clearly a measure of practiced skill goes into this, because they drop sail entirely. They come round in a massive arc, so they're actually on the other side of you, and then they refill this sail, and it gives them an extra boost of speed to catch up with your much heavier, much slower vessel. And they pull alongside, and they actually sort of like keep pace with you. And they basically there's like a brief exchange where the two ships are like sailing side by side, and actually it's Morgan is up on the deck. So I don't know where this guy is. He's like over here or something.
He's just somewhere.
He's just in the void.
Probably standing near the ballista, like.
Oh well, yeah. Actually, they were all told to go below deck, so he's probably below deck actually. So yeah, there's a brief moment where this red scale Dragonborn observes Morgan, and like the heavy weather is sort of like it's like it's coming down on the deck and making like sort of the whole scene just sort of is drenched in like rain and sea spray. And there's this exchanging moment between the two of them that almost seems like there's some sort of contest behind it, even though there's like no words are being said or actions are being taken. At which point, the red-scaled dragonborn shouts something in Draconic, which Kelariis you would hear and understand. As he says, "These must be the ones. Board them and find it."
Well, fuck.
Great.
That's not good.
And with that, I'm gonna need in a second everybody to roll initiative.
Yippee-ki-yay.
As oh yeah, these guys are no longer here, so and oh yeah, I need all of you guys. So
This is gonna get real interesting real fast.
You ready?
Are you ready to
rumble?
okay, so Vondal, you are at the foot of the stairs. Grim, you are inside there technically, although that's the upper level, but yeah, you will come out of the door alongside Kelariis. Arya and V are both here. Although Arya is a significant distance above everybody else.
Right.
Unless you want to have come down.
Also, I need Lyra.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people whose names end in
Uh.
Lyra, Arya.
Oh,
Lyra.
shit.
Nice, Lyra.
Gonna
okay.
be kind of useless until they get on the ship, but whatever.
Here we go. 3, 2,
oh yeah.
1, let's go.
Oh
Nice,
yes.
that'd be
So as you observe this as well, you can now see the full complement of crew. Not that one.
Small victories,
oops.
Vondal.
Yeah, small victories. I beat Grim.
Oh boy, wait a second.
I'm still finding my
Oops.
ceiling.
That top guy looks more like a bird than a dragon, honestly.
What?
No, well, he looks a little bit like an owl.
I thought he.
Eh.
Oh no, he looks a little bit like eagle-like. I thought. It looks
No,
like.
it's
it
just
looks like
because
he's got
he-
beak.
He has like the spiky thing, you know?
Yeah, they're
going
like
on.
feathers, and it looks like he's got a beak.
Yeah, I can see it.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see now that
So
you've said it, but
I just looked at him and thought, oh, there's an eagle.
I have a lot of sheets to open here. This is going to be interesting.
this is gonna be fun.
Types of dragonborn.
So much fun. Pirates of the Dragonborn.
What? Pirates of the Dragonborn, yeah.
I feel like we need to have
Well, this
pirates.
is the Assassin's Creed Black Flag combat music. So
Oh.
Can't believe we're all on Assassin's Creed now.
Yeah, we all need dramatic hoods, unnecessarily bright white clothing,
Yep.
which
And
would
we
be
need,
horribly impractical for being an assassin.
We need wrist knives.
And we also
Yeah.
need a ridiculous assortment.
Well,
of
Grim
other
has a
weapons
switchblade.
and how to
Yeah.
possibly
oh
carry
wow,
them.
There you go.
whoops,
I'm almost there.
We
not
also need a
whispered.
random assortment of other weapons that. How on earth could we carry all of these?
I mean, you kind of already have that.
I mean, yeah.
That's grim.
Yeah, but we need
That's
not.
just
We need not
That's
only
just
this.
grim.
We need not only this hidden blade. We need 2 of
I
them.
made
Then we need to have like a normal like straight sword. Then we need to have like a ridiculous 2-handed sword. Then we also need like a crossbow and some throwing daggers.
Honestly,
You
we
are
have
literally
most-
describing your party.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
that's
I was gonna
also
say.
grim.
I know.
We
but
have
not-
most
but,
of
like,
those things.
We don't all have that like all of those each.
But most of it is grim.
Literally.
Most
grim.
It
Shit.
is
believe.
mostly grim, that's
Grim
I'm
was
basically-
Assassin's Creed all along.
Yeah.
Yep.
Grim's
Just forgot about
actually a member of the
stealth.
Grim's actually secretly a member of the Brotherhood.
Cool.
he's
So Lyra
Right,
is
strength so low.
first up.
That is an initiative.
Work.
Grim still goes last, unfortunately.
It's
Dragonborn have good
fine.
initiative, apparently.
Well, it's fine because Grim can't do anything at the moment anyway.
I should have taken out my
Fair.
crossbow.
Well, you haven't. None of you have drawn anything yet, so.
Yeah. We're sort of geared up. We've got all our weapons on us. We just haven't.
Yeah, but
Okay,
like mine is in
so-
my bag. Well, actually. In the...
Oh yeah, so it takes you an action to get out of the bag.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bag of holding.
yeah.
Or did I take it out? I think I put it back in.
I think there's a crossbow in there because I think I put my crossbow in there.
I think you. I can't remember if you took it out. It would be on your inventory if you took it out.
Yeah, no, I put it back in.
Okay.
So I don't have it in my inventory.
I'm just updating my value trackers for these guys. Yeah, after the order is given to board you guys, one of the blue-skinned Dragonborn, or blue-scaled Dragonborn, levels one of the ballistas towards the deck of the ship and fires it. Okay, that's a hit. So, it is 40 feet, so... Actually, no, it's 60 feet, isn't it? Actually, it makes most sense for him to fire. Okay, so a heavy ballista bolt thuds into the deck, just in front of UV, and at first you think he's missed you until you realise that there is a thick knotted rope attached to the end of this ballista bolt. That they are going to both jump onto. Oh, I should probably draw it in so that you guys know where it is. Okay. And they are going.
Like tightrope all over here.
Yeah, they basically use their full motion to scurry on down the rope and arrive on the deck.
Not good.
At which point they both draw swords. Well, they both draw short swords, and they do something strange with them. They basically they raise one hand and run the sharp edge of the blade across their hands very quickly, as if they were like cutting into their palms. But instead of cutting into their palms, the blade becomes sheathed in a thin layer of crackling electricity.
What?
Uh-oh.
Kelariis, it is your action.
Hi, okay. So I'm gonna bust out of the... Not bust out of the door. Don't bust out of the door. I'm gonna step out, see these fuckers.
Yep.
Do a really dumb thing up there instead of elsewhere. That's fine. Boris isn't.
Okay, you run straight into the fight.
Of course. What else am I gonna do? This is what I live for, basically. I would like to attempt to hit this one. Do a thing, but do hit. Keep, please.
Yeah, that is a hit.
I hope
I would
so.
like to
I
do
would have a real question about their
Yeah, I know.
armor class.
I'd like to do something that I don't usually do.
Oh.
Try that.
Thunderous smite.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna see how that goes, because
You
my
want to squish him into the water?
I'm trying,
Oh my god.
but my save is not so high, so we'll see.
What is the saving thing?
I think
Strength save.
it is 14. It is a strength save.
It's 14. Okay.
Yeah, that's not very high.
Didn't you have like a high charisma?
Not really.
And you're hitting the guy that you want to try and knock into the water.
Correct.
Okay.
Shoot, this one.
That one. Yeah, the one closest to the edge of the boat.
Uh,
I'll just fucking smack him again. or
oh,
something.
okay.
Oh, that's very loud.
That actually works. So
Oh,
you
yes.
Oh my
you
God.
bring the sword up, and it's just boom! And you push him backwards. He needs to make an athletics check. Oh, these guys don't actually have proficiency in athletics. Okay, he does make it. So, you send him flying backwards off the edge. He manages to grab the railing just in time so he doesn't fall into the water. And he takes 5 plus whatever damage you roll.
20.
20.
Okay. Cool. So
Wait, I have another.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you have another thing. Go.
Yeah. God, I see him still hanging on, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Ah, fuck! I'm just gonna hit the one next to me. I thought about it, but hits.
What, to just like Sparta kick him?
I thought about it, but I'm
That
just
would be
gonna hit the one
badass.
next to me because I'd have to step away
Recon.
from this one. So
Gone, Pops.
no, I'll let him hang out for a while. The one next to me, does that hit?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to smite him because I don't like these people.
No, you don't.
I do not like these people.
You famously do not like them.
No, I don't, and I'm going to do it at second level because I
Yeah.
do not like them.
Kelariis just like turning into
Oh,
a
fuck.
barbarian before our
That was
eyes.
really, really sad roll, but that's okay.
Okay, so that is 21.
You're telling me Kelariis is turning into a barbarian before our
Okay.
eyes?
Cool. You bring down the sword and smite this dude across the chest, and he seems incredibly displeased by the fact that you did that.
Yeah.
So the red guy sees all of this and calls out in Draconic to the rest of his crew. He yells. Well, I guess he would just say. They have metallics. This is the ship. On second thoughts, don't just capture the ship. Kill them all.
Oh,
Whoops.
Lars, why are you like this?
I'm sorry. Look, this is also my job, so...
It's fine.
And he is going to make an opposed check against Morgan. Okay, he manages to keep the ship level.
Yay.
Morgan,
That's not good for you.
Oh.
Yeah, he's keeping his ship level.
He is keeping his ship
Oh,
level
right.
with you as Morgan is trying to pull away from you.
Yeah,
Uh,
bad for us.
Arya.
Also, it's moments like these I wish I had a sword.
Alright.
Or that, something.
Alright. Ooh, it's really tempting to shoot the guy off the edge of the ship.
do it!
You will take penalties for it because he is technically in cover because he's hanging off the edge.
Wow, that's dumb.
If you tried to shoot them,
Well,
Do it.
because functionally he's prone, and targeting prone units with a ranged attack is as a disadvantage.
That's dumb. Okay, whatever. I guess I'll shoot this guy then.
Okay, you're gonna shoot the captain.
snipe them.
Knife him.
Wow,
Nope.
No! No!
The arrow just sails off into the ocean. Deduct one arrow.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be much harder to recover arrows when you're on a boat.
Oh yeah,
If
That-
you don't fire those.
that
embrace
arrow's
ones,
gone.
You're not getting those back.
Okay. The guy on the far deck of the ship, seeing you in the crow's nest, is going to take a shot at you with his crossbow. 23 hits, yes?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so a crossbow bolt comes flying towards you and strikes you in the side for 6 piercing damage. And then he does something strange. Instead of putting the crossbow down to string another crossbow bolt, he pulls a strange contraption on the side of the crossbow, and it loads a second arrow,
What?
Gotta repeat
What?
the
and he
crossbow.
shoots you again.
This is bullshit.
He has a
That's
repeater crossbow.
Shit!
That's badass.
A 14 does not hit you, but he is going to expend a charge of his Archer's Insight
What the hell?
to add 5, so does a 19 hit you?
Yeah,
Yes.
This is dumb.
12 piercing damage as he hits you with a second.
Come on, Arya, you can't be outsniped.
What?
I know.
It's
Do you
just
have
so-
hide- Do you have hide
Classic.
advantage? 'Cause I don't know.
The advantage would make a difference.
It would technically give you minor cover, so that would be a +2, but I think it still hits you.
Yeah, it does.
but yeah, like
I'm just saying that's like
It's
one
a-
hell of a shot he's doing.
it's an,
Yeah,
it's an
fuck
amazing
me.
battle.
I mean, she is completely exposed, like in a crow's nest, like above, and he is just shooting up into her.
Not fair.
Yeah, it's like this is a classic battle of the medieval ages. The
Yes.
crossbow versus the longbow.
Yeah.
Who will win?
Fair.
And under these conditions, it actually favors the crossbow. Sorry, carry on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I just wanted to ask, what
Especially
color
with
are his scales?
Oh, he is green, as is the comrade next to him.
Okay.
Yeah, so currently you see 2 blue, 1 red, 2 green.
Okay.
And speaking of which,
I'm not green anymore.
no, you're not green, but from below decks
Fuck's sake.
appears another one. This one has very faintly blue-tinted whitish scales, and he steps out. I think he can do this. Let me just check. Oh no, he could. Yeah, okay. So he's gonna walk up here, and then he's going to cast a spell on himself.
Oh boy.
That is in range. I think. Yes, it is in range.
Do you want to make me an Arcana check then?
Yes. Probably shouldn't have said it was on himself, but 18.
Okay. It is. Let me find out. It's a first level abjuration.
I have a feeling I know. I have a feeling I know what that is. I'm not gonna counterspell it.
Okay. Casts a spell on himself, and he becomes basically shrouded in a like a almost like there's similar to when Kelariis, you've had the whatever it's called, Shield of Faith cast on you that gives you the armor class. This rather than being sort of like a halo behind you, this is a whole aura around him, and it's almost difficult to focus on him in the battle.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
I thought it was gonna be mage armor.
it's
Yes,
not
sir.
mage armor. And yeah, seeing as that was a bonus action, dash. Oh, he needs his thing as well. And that's the end of his turn.
What
V, what are you doing?
I don't have my broom out right now, but could I draw it as a free action, or is that not a thing?
Well, the question is, where is it? Because you said you had it earlier, but
Good question. I don't know where V puts it.
Just like strap it to your back?
Yeah, I guess.
okay. Well, I'll say you had time to prep, so you've got it. So
Okay.
I will say, seeing as you're not holding a weapon, you can draw it.
Yeah, I'll draw my broom, and then I will quicken spell. 'Cause I don't like being here. I will quicken spell a shatter on this lad, and try to hit both him and maybe the fucking wheel.
Oh, okay. I like where you're going with this.
That's clever.
Like, what do you break the
Sure.
ballista behind?
Because you need that shit.
No, but if
I'm
you
gonna cast it
have
at
a
third
steel-
level.
Break
So.
the wheel.
Steel? Steel.
Okay.
Break the wheel.
That'd be
Suddenly
really
V is
cool.
Daenerys Targaryen.
That is Constitution saving throw, so
V is the mother of dragons.
he passes, so he takes half damage. Okay, so you successfully you blast him with this, and he sort of he dives away from the wheel for a second to shield himself. The wheel is damaged and splinters, but remains intact. However, it did have some of the desired effect, and he does seem to have lost a degree of control, and it wouldn't take much more to destroy it, you feel.
Okay. I'm just gonna fly to the upper deck over here. With my broom.
If you do that, you provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh, sorry. That's the reason why I quickened it, because I want to disengage and then do that.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, cool. Yes.
Nailed it.
That happens. Okay, Vondal.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Get him,
I'm also
Vondal.
just gonna move. Take a brief moment to analyze the situation, and gonna sort of call out to Kelariis and just be like, Kelariis, get that rope cut. That's probably important, and then move up to assist.
Okay.
Just sort of, well, trying to think where he'd go. He'd probably stand like here-ish.
Okay.
And
You get the slight benefits of cover there because of the mast, I will say. So.
yeah, and I want to score the hammer at the Dragonborn next to Kelariis.
Okay.
Score the hammer.
Wow. Okay, that's a hit.
Yeah, I really hope so with numbers like that.
Okay.
That's a lot of damage.
That's good damage.
Yeah, it's 18 damage. You strike him with the hammer, it flies out, collides against his scales, and knocks him back briefly, and it comes back to you. Cool. The guy crouching behind the mast is going to attempt to cast a spell.
Is he too far away from me?
I don't know.
No, he's not.
Oh shit.
Can I make a check?
Nice.
Arcana check?
E. Fuck!
Oh no.
You have no idea what this is.
Okay, I'll counterspell it.
Okay.
At third level, I guess?
At third level, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You can spell at third level. You slice in with your trained reaction to cut the thread of this spell that he's weaving. But as you do so, he you catch sight of him for a brief second, and he looks at you and he winks.
What?
And you immediately realize that the thread that you just cut, he made a mistake, and he did that on purpose, and he counterspells you.
Ah.
Oh,
What?
Oh shit.
Counterspell wars.
He counterspells your counterspell.
No.
Counterspell wars 27.
And his spell completes, and he casts Heat Metal on Kelariis.
No.
That's bad.
That's not nice. I don't appreciate that.
So, you take...
Ow, it's hot.
You
Holy
take...
the fucker winked at me.
You take 12 fire damage as your armor, begins to glow red hot. Because of the nature of heavy armor, you cannot discard this.
Yeah.
So, you are now at disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until
Shit.
you can either take this armor off, which you can't because it takes 10 minutes, or until his concentration is interrupted.
Okay, that's great.
Hit it
Would
very
I
hard.
know, in character that it's a concentration spell?
Yes. Yes. That is his action.
And reaction. The fucker.
And reaction. He does not have a bonus action. Oh, actually, no, he does. Oh, wait, no, I don't think he can use that. No, he can't.
Oh,
Cool,
nice.
that's the end of his turn. Go.
I'm thinking, because... Oh, I guess I would definitely run out. I guess I would see the one hanging off, and I'm gonna try and knock them off. 2,
Okay, cool.
3, 4, 5. Gonna end up there.
Okay. He is prone, so you have advantage for this.
Because
Because it is a melee attack.
yes. Well, no, I'm actually like gonna use my shield bash to like get him off.
Oh, okay, that's not actually an attack.
It's kind of an attack ish.
Oh yeah, so it's just a contested.
Yes, contested.
Okay.
Acrobatics or athletics.
Acrobatics or athletics. He has. Oh, he's not proficient in either, so he's just going to use his. Oh, you slam the shield down, trying to crush his fingers, and he with a display of acrobatic ability, like flings himself like slightly to the side, so you just punch down onto the deck.
Well, I guess I'll swing at the one next to me once.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Is that good enough?
Yes, I think so. Hold on, let me check.
Oh, I'll just
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Cool.
And after I smash that guy, I'm gonna try and hit his fingers to like with another like push attack.
Okay.
Although, like so another.
Oh, so yeah, you're replacing one of your attacks with a shove. Okay.
Yes, was a shove, but like it seems appropriate like to me.
Yeah, no.
Bashing the fingers.
Flavor is good. Flavor is good. Okay, so he's got to beat 22.
Nice.
Come on.
No, that's the wrong guy. Ooh, only just. Okay, so you like smash into his fingers after watching him do the first move, and he drops into the ocean, so he falls.
Bye.
Yay. Bye, fucker.
PTFN.
See ya.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice, Grim.
And I guess I'll ask, how do we get rid of the ship?
Who are you asking?
Just like the captain. I'm yelling at the captain.
He yells back. We can't outrun her. She's faster than us. We need to try and cripple it somehow.
I have an idea. I may have some fire.
Oh no.
I don't know about
Oh,
fire to
boy.
I've-
No, but against theirs?
I have alchemist fire. So, but like,
Oh god.
God, yeah. I forgot you had alchemist fire.
Yo, try it.
well, not now.
Wait,
Like
not
later
Yeah.
on. There we
now.
go.
Not now.
Okay, Lyra, what are you doing?
There was a time and
A
a place
bork.
back, but not now. Bork.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
The ship's dog.
12 piercing.
Not the most common ship pet, but okay.
Yeah, a dog.
But normally it's the ship's cat.
Not today.
Now it's the ship's dog.
And his strength saving throw. Oh wow. Okay, so this guy gets knocked down by Lyra. It is, however, his turn, so he's just going to spend 15 feet of movement to stand back up again. The guy who is at the has fallen off the ship needs to make a test. Yeesh. Okay, so okay, so
He's gone.
wait, no, was that right?
Maybe not quite.
Yeah, 40 feet. Yeah. So I think that's. Oh wait, yeah, no, because yeah, okay. I'm trying. I'm trying. I have to think I have to think how tall this ship is in 3D. But of course, this section is 5 feet higher than every other section. So he is swept 40 feet before he can grab hold of the side of the ship, and he starts to haul himself up, and he gets 10 feet up the side of the boat, which is like halfway up the side of the boat. The second guy is not super happy that you guys are doing this, and
Feelings mutual, buddy.
Arya is above you guys, so he is going to wait, hang on, that's not right. That should be okay, so Lyra and Vondal, can you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
I can indeed. Nice.
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 Okay,
Nice.
so you take half of this. So you take 4 damage. 4 lightning damage as a blast of lightning comes from this guy's mouth and hits the two of you.
Lovely.
Vondal suddenly now knows how many bad guys have felt.
Yes. I think that's all he can do in this round. So yeah, go Kelariis.
Hey. I have disadvantage.
You have disadvantage. Yes.
Ugh. Gross. Well, I'm still gonna. I can't. Yeah, because I can't do anything to get to the guy across the way. So, guess we're gonna try to hit this buddy in front of me. Maybe.
That's still a hit.
Assuming he is. Yeah, I'll smite him. Fuck it.
Okay.
Just a small.
That minimum.
A small smite.
Just a small smite. Holy shit, that's sad.
That is a small smite.
That really is a small
That is-
smite.
Yep.
Jeez.
Oh man.
I mean, you did ask for a small smite. I
I
mean,
did ask for a small smite. I shouldn't
Boy,
have.
you got it.
you should have
No.
taken the meal deal and
Try
upgraded
theory,
it to a
officer.
large.
Can I have a small smite?
Of course.
Yeah, I'll
have a
take
small
a.
Push child.
I'll take a holy weapon and
That's a hit.
A small smite, please.
Can I
That's
get
more
a,
like it.
Small smite.
I'm gonna get
What drink would you like with that? Sir? I'll have a smite, please.
Have a number 9 large. Number 6 with extra dip and a large soda.
How actually? Yeah. How's this buddy looking? Because
You've like carved into him, and honestly, you're getting flashbacks from the last time you faced a blue dragonborn.
I'm trying.
Because you're just hitting him, and he is not dying.
Okay. I don't like this.
I would be concerned if you did like this.
No. There's a lot of shit. I think okay, I will smite this guy. Again. Higher this time. Dear Sir Tritherian, please give me a large smite.
Okay.
If I can type
Super
it.
science.
There we go. God fucking damn it.
That is not
Okay,
that is
that's
not a large smite.
Okay.
There's no large smite.
You mixed up my order.
She wants to get rid of this guy as quickly as possible for reasons.
This
That
the
is
medium
it.
smite I have.
That is it. Cool. The red-skinned Dragonborn looks incredibly displeased with how this battle is going, and he is going to yell at his comrades and tell them, "Hurry up and kill that damn metallic." And
I do not like you.
Nah, I'm not surprised. I don't like them either, so it's fair.
And that's racism, kids.
I know, but look.
That's
Technically.
racist.
She has a mild personal beef with at least two of them, sort of.
It's technically racist.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, I-
Fuck it. He is sufficiently pissed at this, so he grabs a metal rod that is situated behind the ship's wheel, jams it through what remains of the ship's wheel, before, with lightning speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He jumps onto the rope, goes hand over hand, like ridiculously fast down the rope, lands on the deck, draws a pair of scimitars, and turns to face you, Kelariis.
This guy's
Hi.
gravy.
1, 2, 3. Oh wow, okay, he does not hit you with any of them. Those are some low rolls.
Fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you.
You tried to do a fancy spin and I was just like, nope, shield.
Oh, hang on. Wait, did that? Oh no, it did. It did. It's fine. I thought I'd botched the macro. He just managed to roll 4 3 times.
Wow.
Wow.
That is unfortunate, but fine.
Sucks to
Sucks
suck.
to suck.
Oh
My god, we said that at the same time.
That's-
Oh my god, Jinx!
No, wait, I'm trying to roleplay, please.
Oh,
Oh my god.
you
That
guys are
spirit
so
link's really
insane.
coming in handy now.
Yeah, I know, crazy.
You guys are so in sync.
Cool.
We just need the costumes.
Yeah, let's go. Also, Helena, I just read what you wrote about the counterspell, and I love it.
Do cast counterspell, sir. I do cast counterspell, sir.
You guys can't spell it as, sir.
So, are the guys on the deck below me in cover? Or-
On the deck below you, only the guy who is hiding behind. Oh, sorry, the guys on the deck below you. No.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah, because you can just lean over the side and shoot down.
Yeah. Pull some Legolas shit up in here.
Yeah.
Actually, I've rethought my strategy, and I'm gonna shoot this guy.
I'm gonna shoot the archer who shot at you.
Archer battle.
Archer battle! Who's the
Yeah.
best Legolas in this bitch?
Repeater crossbow versus the longbow.
It's me. Actually, I'm gonna put my hunter's mark on him first.
Okay, Hunter's Mark.
If it was 2 archers of equal skill, I know what I'd put my money on, but I don't know if this is equal skill or not.
I think that's a hit. Let me find out. Ooh, only just.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Cool. Yeah, you stick him with an arrow. It's sort of like it like sticks into his scales, and he recoils for a second before just like casually just like snapping it off. Oh yeah, sorry. You get you can use Lyra's reaction if you want.
Oh, right. Yeah, she's gonna bite the guy in front of her.
Bork.
That is not a hit.
Pack tactics. Pack tactics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you got pack tactics.
Yep.
Cool. And he needs to make a strength saving throw. He passes. Okay. Sharpshooter. Okay. So, yeah, he is slightly displeased by being shot at by you. So he is going to lower his crossbow for a second, before pulling something from his belt that you don't quite recognize. At first glance, it basically seems to be like a thin metal tube, which he proceeds to level at you. And as he does so, yeah, he's gonna use a fucking Archer's Eye on that, because fuck that shit. Oh, wow, that's a 9. Okay, cool. 18 hits you, yes? Luka?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry.
this thin metal tube is aimed at you, and basically like a tongue of fire and like a loud explosion just erupts from the end of this thin metal tube, and all of a sudden you feel like a sharp, like piercing pain in your shoulder, as something like rips through your shoulder, dealing 5 piercing damage.
Okay, that's not as dramatic as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
No, I mean-
that was a low roll. That was the minimum damage he could have done. So it takes like the top layer of like flesh off your shoulder, and that's it.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was a minimum damage roll. Before he like throws it to the deck, levels the crossbow at you again, and fires, which is a hit for 7 piercing damage. So like the wound catches you off guard, and he hits you again with the crossbow. The White Dragonborn is then going to cast a spell.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, would you like to Arcana check it?
Yeah.
Go for it. Okay.
Nice.
It is a first level. Is it an evocation? Yeah, it's an evocation.
Yeah, I'll kind of spell it.
Okay.
Oh, that's me out of 3rd level spell slots.
Oh.
Okay. You counterspell his spell. He reaches out towards his teammate, but no magic comes. Yeah, that's all he can do for this turn.
Ah. I think I know what.
Yeah, V.
This guy. This fucker. The red one. Fuck, I can't ping. Oh, because I'm not.
You're on the wrong tool.
This fucker.
Yeah.
Gonna get a blight.
Okay.
I think he's probably like within 30 feet of me, right? Because he's a little bit lower than me, but.
Yeah, it's the incline is like 5 feet per thing, I think. 5 feet per deck level, yeah.
Okay. If this.
Nice.
It's not a hugely.
It's probably a little
high
bit
roll.
more than 5 feet, but we'll say it's 5 feet for the purposes of thing.
Make a DC 15 con save.
Closer to 5 feet
yeah.
than to 10 feet.
Bitch.
Yes, closer to 5 feet than 10 feet is correct.
And you always round down, anyway. So.
Yeah, because these ceilings are high enough for Kelariis to be able to go into without effort, but...
Tallithsyr.
He actually saves. Wow, he's rolling really well on his con saves.
Motherfucker.
But he is still going to take 14 necrotic damage.
What an asshole.
You watch the thin ribbons of starlight just like rip from him.
Yeah. Take that.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck this person. Fuck it.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Vondal.
I'm debating whether or not I want to take a bit of a risk. And I think I don't. So, although, yeah, you know what? Let's. Hell. Oh, nice. I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And I want it. Can I drag it in?
Yeah, you should have been able to drag it in.
Oh jeez, I'm having trouble.
I'll do it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you've done it. Okay.
We've got 2 now.
Again.
All the spiritual
Yeah,
weapon.
I want it right next.
So many.
Okay.
So I want it to swing at him.
Okay, cool. Make me a roll.
Swing.
That is enough to hit.
Nice.
Will you actually
Oh,
target?
that's not doing what I use. Fuck it, we'll use third. Swing.
Swings.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good damage.
It is, and that makes his con saving throw a little bit higher.
Can I even up that a little bit?
Oh wow! Okay, so he drops the concentration on the spell.
Oh, hang on. That
Yes.
should have been. I also don't think that's rolled properly.
No, that's rolled at first level. It's because it's whatever level you chose to cast it at.
Yeah, I'm sure I clicked third level.
It
When
rolled
I,
one
when, I,
d8.
when I click on it, it immediately rolls the thing, and then when I roll damage, it asks for the level.
You rolled 1d8 plus 4.
Yeah, it's supposed to. It should have rolled 2d8.
Well, roll another d8 then. Okay.
And then, since that's a bonus action, I'm gonna lob my hammer at that blue dragonborn again.
Okay. That is not a hit.
I'll pop a war priest. Throw it again.
Okay.
Pop a war priest.
Boom.
Pop a war priest.
Okay, that's a hit.
Casual.
Nice.
Boom. Okay. You knock him down and he goes prone.
Crack.
Donk.
The red dragonborn turns to the guy behind him and says, "What the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be healing us." In Draconic. And he's like, "I'm trying! It's the damn wizard!" And he's just like, "Then kill the fucking wizard!"
We don't have a wizard.
No, we
That's a
don't.
We
cleric.
have a sorceress. Anyway. I like
Yeah,
to
but
think
the
that-
sorcerer is the one stopping, but he doesn't know that. He just said wizard.
I like,
Magic is
I like the
magic.
thought that instead of actually throwing it twice, the blue dragonborn just wasn't expecting the hammer to come
To
back.
come back, yeah.
Yeah.
From the back of the head.
Sure.
It sails past him and then he stands up again and it's
Okay.
just
He does like a Zuko at the beginning of Avatar where he's just like, haha,
Yeah.
you missed, and then it just comes
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Okay.
Good.
Well, I think the bard is going to attempt to cast another spell.
What now?
Oh, that's what.
This guy. Oh yeah, he's a bard. You
He's
don't.
a
You
bard?
don't know that, but
a
he is a
bard.
bard.
Yo!
He's Bard.
a
No.
battle
Forget what
bard.
I just mentioned.
I'll Arcana check that.
Yeah.
Battlebards.com.
13?
It is a first level enchantment.
I'll let it go this time.
Oh,
Okay.
oh no.
Kelariis, I need you to make me a what saving throw is this? It doesn't actually say.
Usually charisma or wisdom.
Or
I need to check thing real quick.
I just didn't want to spend like a 4th level spell slot on
Yeah.
counterspelling a 1st level spell. It's like, kind of a waste.
Oh wait, I could just
Yeah,
do it.
I think it's probably better used on blowing them up.
Yeah.
Besides, what's the worst that can happen?
Don't say
A
that. Why
lot
would
of
you ever
things.
Oh,
say
it's a wisdom saving throw.
It's a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well. We'll see. Fuck me.
That is a fail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
plus
okay.
30.
What's up? What's up? Because I have a bad feeling
What's
about
up?
this.
Guy.
Okay, you take. Oh yeah, it's asking me what level. Okay. You take 6 psychic damage.
Okay.
And you must immediately expend your reaction to move as far away from it as you can, as a series of discordant eldritch whispers fill your head.
Oh, fun.
Ooh.
Uh,
That doesn't sound fun
Guess.
at all.
I guess.
You won't intentionally move into dangerous terrain, so
Okay.
you just move as
So-
far away as you can.
So is it just to the edge of the ship here?
Well, you could theoretically keep moving up the stairs, so you could expend another 10 feet to go up the stairs.
Well, fuck. I wanna go up the stairs.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god. Sorry,
Oh my
the
God,
voice that you said that it was so
stairs.
funny.
Sorry.
Grim.
Yeah.
fucking stairs.
Stairs. Oh my god.
This is like me and the doors all
That's
over
like
again.
effort and stuff. I don't want to walk upstairs.
What you gonna do, Grim?
I can't really get the fire, or because I need to hand off the alchemist fire to V, but I'm not gonna do that with a dragonborn right next to me. So I'm gonna do the thing I haven't done in ages. I'm gonna try and disarm him,
Okay.
but I need to hit him first.
That is not a hit. Neither is that. He expertly blocks your 2 attacks with his double scimitars.
But you know what? I'll just knock him down then. It's...
Okay.
Nice.
Wow, okay.
CC him.
Oh,
Strength saving throw. Oh no, it should be a dex saving throw. Oh, that's a natural one anyway.
it's
He
not- it's-
gets
it's not
knocked
a-
over.
It's also athletics or acrobatic.
Yes.
It's not a saving throw.
Oh yeah, but he doesn't have a proficiency in things anyway, so.
Still roll a natural one.
Cool, yeah, you knock him prone.
Nice. Should have done this first, because then I could have had advantage. Not that it would have mattered, but you know.
Yeah.
And I will actually move over here. I'm like just annoying the mage, hopefully, by being there.
Annoying, presumably a cleric.
Okay.
We don't know that.
Lyra.
Ah.
Bork!
Bork.
Bork.
Bork. Savage downed man.
Does 15
Oh.
hit?
Okay, that's a 15. It does not.
Oh, sadness.
Damn. It's like
Sad Borg.
Sad portion.
the
Alright.
Bork of style.
So it's fine. Okay, so he can make it to here as he climbs up the side of the boat,
Sigh.
and enraged at the death of his twin,
Oh.
he is going to, much like his companion did, inhale, but this time his lightning is slightly different, as a crackling orb of lightning flies towards you, V. I'm going to assume a 20 hits you.
Yes.
You take 14 lightning damage as a ball lightning collides with you.
Ball lightning.
How much of your hit points is that?
That
Yeah.
much.
Oh, that's a lot.
That is a lot. Oh shit.
I'm on 20. No, wait, I'm on 24. I'm just kidding.
How do you have like no hit points?
Teehee.
God.
Kelariis.
Hi. Well, I saw that happen. Get there? I can get there. I'm gonna put myself between him and me. Because that's whoops. Fuck it. Yeah, that works. We're gonna have a fun time, maybe. I'm gonna be a little smarter about this, and I'm actually gonna use Hunter's Mark for the first time in fucking
Nice.
forever.
Okay.
Oh wait, did we ever put Hunter's Mark on the dude that I Hunter marked?
Yes.
Right? No.
Oh, I haven't put the symbol on it.
I was like, wait a
Symbols
second.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you
Sorry,
go.
it just helps me keep track of what
No,
the fuck
that's
is
cool.
happening.
Don't worry about it.
Did
I
you
will,
roll your hunter's mark?
She
I
did,
did.
yeah.
Roll the damage. I saw. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just checked.
So.
I just did. The mark never got put on there,
Yeah.
which is
I
fine.
will,
That's
but
cool.
it's not. What is it? 18 hits, right?
An 18 hits, yes.
That's.
Slice.
Wow.
Rip.
Thanks, Hunter's Mark.
Boom. Hey, it's extra damage. That's
yeah,
also
it's
hit.
extra damage. So that's both times, right? Because it's every time it.
Yeah, every time you hit.
That's better. That's more like it.
Okay, cool. Is that everything?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, because I've done everything I can.
Swashbuckler
Didn't
is.
try and throw him off the ship again.
No, not this time, because I Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
That's true.
Swashbuckler's going to get back up again. And he is not best pleased with Grim trying to kill him, so he is going to.
Why would you be?
He's going to move to here, using his bonus action disengage.
Doesn't do disengage.
Pardon?
He doesn't even need to use disengage to get there.
He would, because he'd move out of your thing.
Oh.
Because he has to move around Lyra, because Lyra blocks his space.
Yeah.
Oh.
What a jerk.
And yeah, he's going to attack you 3 times with advantage.
Ah.
Oh.
Great.
That's how you move.
Good luck.
Yes.
Grim, I believe in you.
He hits you twice. The first strike is a particularly savage one across your back. For 9 slashing plus an additional 14 slashing.
Oh my god.
rogue.
He's a rogue.
Fucking rogues.
Rogue. Oh shit.
So yeah, that's 23 damage total. Plus another 6 for his second attack.
Rogues,
Wow.
man.
Well, at least it got reduced by 6 until 12 due to my armor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Rogues do indeed do it from behind.
Oh my god.
I hate everything about that sentence.
It's perfect. That is fine.
Am I wrong?
Arya. Oh wait, I totally forgot. Oh, poor Morgan. Jesus Christ. Okay. Morgan seems to be like fighting a losing battle, like wrestling this wheel, trying to pull you away from the ship, but it just doesn't seem to be working.
That hits him.
Nope.
The guy up Hunter's Mark.
Swing. Goes wide. Lyra can bonus action though. Sorry, reaction.
What the
Nope.
fuck?
Oh no.
Sharpshooter cranks his crossbow again.
This bitch.
Oh wow. It's unfortunately he doesn't have advantage. Does a 16 hit you with +2 to your armor class?
No.
No. Okay, he misses you twice. This guy. I need to check his spell list. Actually, you know what? He is going to inhale as well and hit everything in a 15-foot cone, which does not include Arya because Arya's on a level above him. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
I was gonna say, this doesn't feel like healing his boss.
No, it's not.
Feels like damaging his boss as well.
Well, his boss is a rogue, so if his boss succeeds the saving
Oh, wait,
throw...
I had... Just kidding.
Oh wait, no, because it's con, not Dex.
Oh,
So
yeah.
actually,
What's that?
that was a silly thing, but never mind.
Yep.
Uh,
What's saving? Oh, so it can't.
Wait,
Con saving throw.
Oh,
Lyra.
isn't it like just AoE?
No, damn it.
Vondal!
No, it's dexterity saving throws, so that they ignore it completely.
Wasn't ready for that one.
Swashbuckler. Con saving throw passes with flying colours. If you failed, take 8 cold damage. If you didn't fail, take 4.
What's the DC though?
Oh, actually, it's Arya and Vondal take 8, and the other
Wait,
two do.
Arya? I thought I
sorry,
didn't do it.
Lyra.
Yeah, Lyra.
Lyra. Okay.
It's because I read your name, not who was making the con save.
Yeah, wrong Luka.
God. God.
God. Like, come on, Ferrous. You should know.
Yeah, so only Grim takes the reduced.
Come on.
I can't remember if that removes his immunity.
Immunity?
Hang
That
on.
always sounds interesting.
Yeah, okay, so his shrouded aura disappears. V.
Interesting.
Wait, I'm thinking. Okay, 3, and then... Fuck. I need to think about magic missile and how many missiles I get for casting it at, like, fucking 5th level. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 missiles. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do a magic missile. I'm gonna send 1 dart over to the wheel, 2
Okay.
darts over to this guy. So that's 3, and then 4 over to this guy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm
Nice.
ridiculous.
So
That's a lot of missiles.
That's not great.
first dice
Oh, no.
is not quite enough to destroy the wheel.
Motherfucker.
Damn it.
Damn.
The other two.
But I
no-
look cool though, right?
You do look very cool. You're just like shoof 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 shoof.
Like a million missiles flying out.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Yeah, exactly.
Justice reigns from above.
Literally.
This time, it's accurate.
He takes his damage and he takes 10.
Imagine how much more terrifying that'd be if they were all like perfect accuracy and homed in.
That would be terrifying.
That would be
It'd be the
terrifying.
most
mean,
terrifying ult ever.
Okay, so you barrage.
I'm going to convert 6 sorcery points to a 4th level spell
Okay.
slot.
Focus. Vondal.
Well, I think first things first, let's command the spiritual weapon to hit again.
Okay.
That's what it needs to do. Assuming that's a hit.
Yes.
Cast it at third level.
Yeah, it's always the level you cast it at. So.
No, it's only rolling 1d8.
Strange.
That might not. It might not be set up correctly in the
Yeah, I'll have a look.
roll macro.
Okay, there's the other d8.
Cool.
If this guy's technically the other side of the mast to me, do I still have to like disengage?
Yes, but you'll get. If you don't disengage, you'll get +2 for being like concealed.
Vondal, or the reason you're not getting another d8 is because you get 1 d8 for every 2 levels above second.
Oh.
Oh
You
right.
You need to cast it 4th in order to get that extra d8.
So he actually is a little bit healthier than he was. So.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Okay.
God damn it, spiritual weapon. Oh well. That's what I get for not reading. Actually, let's then do the thing I thought was potentially too risky earlier. Because I would like a flame strike centered there.
Okay.
I reckon. And I'm pretty sure I can reach. Yep. I want the flame strike centered there.
Okay. Cool. So I won't bother drawing it in because it hits both of them. So dexterity save for the sharpshooter and the bard. Sharpshooter fails. Oh wait, but he has +4, so yeah, he passes. Okay, so 28.
Just to give Arya a bit of a hand.
And
Because I clearly can't hit the fucking guy, so probably need it.
okay. At the end of this initiative thing, we're going to take a break because we've been going for quite a while in this fight. Okay. This guy is going to. Oh wait, I keep forgetting to mark his spell slots. He is going to. Yeah, fuck it, he would do this. 1, 2, 3. he is going to cast a spell.
Okay. Gonna check it.
You don't like me. I wouldn't like me.
That's an 8.
Don't know, it feels like one of the spells you cast before.
I'm gonna counterspell it.
Okay. He's going to counterspell your counterspell.
Motherfucker.
Oh wait, no, if you're doing it at 4th level...
I can only do it at 4th level.
Okay. He will not counterspell.
Okay.
In that case, it makes me wonder why he didn't counterspell Flame Strike. God, that was lucky.
Because they have counterspell.
Because he can't counterspell, because he hasn't got a high enough slot.
Oh yeah, I thought you still could anyway.
Oh yeah, you... oh no, yeah, okay, so, yeah, he...
Right.
Yeah, in that case he does try, then,
Oh,
because...
okay.
what is the spell level for... Oh, yeah, it's a 4th level counterspell, so...
Yeah.
DC 14... Okay, that's a 16. So yeah, he does counterspell it. And Vondal, your armor begins to heat, and you take... 7 fire damage, and you suffer disadvantage on your attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah, he really don't like me, guys.
Yeah. Grim.
I feel like we need to get this mage guy off deck. So I am gonna. Let me take the attack of opportunity. No, I'll do it. I'll move here.
Okay. That's
And then I'll just
10 slashing damage as he cuts you across the back as you retreat.
Okay, that's fine. And then I will start using my thingy, my pushes. I'm gonna shove them off.
Okay.
Oh, that's not great.
I need to find a stat sheet. Okay, he actually doesn't succeed.
Oh, nice.
Oh, perfect.
So you knock him back, and he's got to make a check.
I guess and he holds on. Not all.
Wow. Okay, he falls.
Oh.
So you knock him backwards over the railings, and he falls.
Loser.
He's not done much this fight, honestly.
No, he's had a
Honestly,
rough
in that
time.
case, I'll just move back and first try and knock him down with my shield bash.
Okay. Nope.
I was gonna say.
Oh well, he still technically needs to save against it, so because he might nat one as well.
I was gonna say.
He does not.
I was gonna say. Have you not got?
Oh.
Is he not still got advantage because I'm here flanking?
That's not an attack. It's a
no.
check.
Oh no, I was referring to your normal attack anyway, so why would you need to knock him down?
Yeah, at least my normal attack does actually hit.
Yeah, your normal attack does hit.
Which I will use my disarming attack as well.
Yeah. Okay. And he's gonna make a strength save against that.
Please drop your weapon.
Hey, nice max superiority die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does not. He is too skilled to drop his weapon. So that's 6 plus 8.
That's still good then.
Yeah, you land a square blow in on his weapon hand, and a lesser man would have dropped his weapon, but he is no
Well.
man.
He's no bigger man. That's unfortunate.
Okay, we will take a brief break here.